It is Friday here at Craft Clutch. That means it's another Coaster Friday, and with Shark Week quickly approaching, I'm going to do a shark coaster. Scary one. I did a couple of shark coasters last year, and I thought since Shark Week is almost upon us again, it was time to do another one. And this one's going to be a little bit different, and I'm using the Easy Cast, and remember you can use the Envirotex Lite if you prefer that. Some people have one preference over the other. I like the Easy Cast because it's low odor, but use whatever you prefer. I have mixed my resin already. I have a little bit of India ink, and I'm going to put just a very little bit in here. I just want to tint it a little bit. That's plenty. One little drop is all I put in there, and it gives me just that little blue base that I'm looking for. I have 3 capfuls of each the hardener and the resin in here, and I have this cello glitter in blue, which I was excited to find because that'll give me a little bit of texture. Now in this particular layer I'm not overly concerned with bubbles either because it is the ocean. And I'm going to drop this all in here, and I'm going to press them down because I really do want as flat a surface as I can get. And should it end up being where I don't have as flat a surface as I want, then I can always throw another layer over. I'm thinking that's what's going to end up happening. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to put more in here than I originally anticipated. This is going to be a thicker coaster maybe than I originally anticipated. Okay, I'm going to spread it around. When this is hard enough, I can throw another layer on, and I can either make that blue or I can make that clear. Now I'm going to let it sit overnight just because of the time of day it is here. You could do this like within an hour or two, you could put the next coat on. I don't have any need to rush it, so I'm just going to let that sit and then come back and do another coat of maybe 2 capfuls of each and put it over. This layer of resin has set, and I did end up putting another layer of a blue resin over there just because it wasn't flat enough for what I wanted to do. So just keep that in mind. So this will be a little bit thicker, no big deal. I found a really great shark picture that I printed out. Now I am working with a print from a laser printer. So if you are using an inkjet printer, there's a lot of tips out there about how best to use that for decoupaging, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to decoupage a shark right onto our coaster. So I am cutting him out, and I've sized him and printed him, and I think he's actually pretty perfect size-wise. And this is where I plan on putting him. I'm going to use Mod Podge, and this is a crystal clear Mod Podge. And I'm going to do that so that I'll have less of a problem with any kind of milky film once it dries. Now what I like to do when I decoupage, and you can do this if you have a picture out of a magazine or if it's on a laser printer or a copier, inkjet, this won't work. I don't do a lot of work with inkjet, so I don't want to give advice on that, but I'm hoping those of you who decoupage with inkjet can put some tips in the comments below. So I'm going to just put this in water quick, and you'll notice how it curls. And that's what we want. We want it to kind of start to stretch, because basically the fibers in the paper are stretching, and if I didn't do this, it would still work, but it wouldn't work quite as well. You'd have to work at getting the bubbles out a little bit more. So I'm putting a layer of the decoupage under. And I want to put it on the back side of the paper too. Alright, I'm going to place them in here. And I want this guy to be like the last thing you would see if you were getting attacked by a shark. Because you'd see that big old mouth. and those big nasty looking teeth coming at you. Now I'm putting it all across here, and I want a little bit of the stuff on my finger, and that way I can smooth it without ripping apart, having it stick to my finger or ripping any of the ink off. That allows me to get the bubbles out. And then I'm going to put a couple more coats on it. This is what's happening. I have 3 coats of the Mod Podge over it. This last coat is still drying. And what I want to do now is I have a little cup. I'm going to put some of the Mod Podge in there. Not too much. And if you recall, I used this stuff for the base of the coaster, and now I'm going to use the same kind of stuff in white. And I'm going to mix it with the Mod Podge. Alright, once I have it mixed together, I'm going to just take it out and put it in or around the bottom is my plan. And hopefully this is going to look like he's bursting out of the water. It'll give it a little bit of dimension. I don't know how well the dimension will show up once I put the resin on. I will let this dry overnight to make sure it is well dried. And then we will come back in the morning and do the last layer of resin. I'm going to fill you in on some stuff here. So far, this is how it looks. The glitter has dried, and with the Mod Podge in there, and it dried nice and clear. And now I want to do, sometimes it takes on a different look once you put the resin on there, but I want to give it just a hint of definition. All I did was I took a frosty blue, light blue nail polish, and I did just a couple of streaks there so it looks like there's some splashes. You can't really even see it probably. And now I'm taking a little bit of white nail polish, and I feel like the waves need just a little bit of definition along some of the edges. So I'm just going to add a little bit of white nail polish with my skewer stick, just like that. So we got a little bit of splash going along with, hopefully, with the glitter. And I'm going to do just a little bit. I don't want to go crazy with it. Hopefully this will give kind of like that white edge when water splashes or something comes flying out of the water. You get that like white edge to the waves or whatever. That's what I'm kind of hoping I'm accomplishing here. I may not accomplish that at all. And then I'm going to do the same right by. Alright, I think I like it. So I'm going to let the nail polish dry. Once the nail polish is dry, then I will pour my last layer of resin over it. I have prepared some more resin, and here is the shark coaster. The nail polish is dried, and now I'm just going to put the last layer on. Alright, I have enough to cover all of the raised areas of the glitter, and now I just need to take care of any bubbles that rise to the top. I'll keep an eye on the bubbles. I'll let it cure for a minimum of 12 hours before I mold it, and then we'll be back. It is time to unmold our coaster. Here it is, and that's how blue it is. I could have probably gone with even a deeper blue, or even added another layer, like the first layer be like a really dark glitter and then put the lighter over it and stuff like that, but I like it anyway. You can kind of see the layers on the side, and you can see like the little splashes and stuff like that, which I don't know how much that added to it, but there he is. So I hope you guys like it, and hope you guys give that technique a try with the decoupage on there and a little bit of a dimensional look with the glitter. I'm just playing with different techniques, trying to figure stuff out as I go. Let me know if you like it in the comments below. Thanks for liking the video. We'll see you next time. Happy crafting. It's kind of scary, isn't he? If I saw that coming at me, I'd be kind of scared.
you.